call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go! I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta feel the tension. In my thoughts.
Welcome back, everybody. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video. Today, we are going to be discussing, well, a couple of things. So, first off, Devon Achane is back at practice, so we can all take a deep breath that we will be able to see what they got going for him in week 1. I am excited about this. I am so excited to see what Devon Achane is going to be doing in week 1. Guys, we have 6 days to week 1. That is, I'm getting chills. But Devon Achane. So what I want to see is how much they are going to utilize him in week 1. I know that Jalen Waddle's back at practice, so we're going to have the full spectrum. Well, actually, Teron Armstead still hasn't gotten back, so it's like one of those things that he's already injured week 1. That would really stink. But Devon Achane, I think what they're going to be doing is I think we are going to see a lot of Achane in the first game. I think he's going to be put all over the place. Now, what I mean by a lot is he's not going to be running the ball 30 times, but he is going to be put all around the field. And that is what we're going to see. We're going to see him in like the slot. We're going to see him in the backfield. We're going to see him everywhere. And why I'm excited to see that is I can't wait to just be able to see, because again, we're facing the team last year that technically figured us out. So they're probably going to come in with the same type of atmosphere and the same type of defense. Probably a couple things different, but they will definitely be coming out trying to stop the exact same thing that they stopped last year. Why I'm excited to see Devon Achane is because it's going to be the exact thing that I'm talking about. That the whole offseason I was talking about what he's going to bring to this offense, everything that he's going to do, and the things that Chase Edmonds couldn't do. This is what we're going to see in the first week. We're going to see him allow Tua to have a guy that he could just toss the ball to, allow him to get 20 yards. This, I think they realize, and if they don't, then, well, it's bad for them. But if you drop your linebackers back, we have a kid named Devon Achane now that we can dunk the ball out to, and he's got basically almost 4.2 speed. He's going to run right past your linebackers. So what do you want to do? That's what it's going to be in this week 1 game. What do you want to do? Do you want to drop your linebackers back? Because sure, you'll take care of Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, but, well, Braxton Berrios and Devon Achane are now going to be closer to the line of scrimmage. So we'll just toss it out to them, and they're going to make your guys miss. Or do you want to play up and then Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle blow over the back? Now, hopefully the refs call a couple more pass interference calls like they did, or that they didn't do last year, just because last year, I mean, they were basically hugging Tyreek Hill the whole game, and they didn't call it. But it is what it is. So you have to make a choice with Devon Achane. And that's why I'm so excited that he's going to be playing week 1 most likely, is that you have a choice. Do you want to step up, or do you want to keep doing what you did last year? And I know that the Tua is going to be much more equipped to dig and dunk. Take what you can get. Take what you can get and allow yourself to get the pressure off of yourself. You don't need to launch it down the field every single play. And that's why they got Devon Achane. That's why they were so excited about him. And you're going to see it in week 1. He's going to show exactly why we were so excited, and we were surprised that we were going to get him that far down. At the 3rd round, we did not expect him to go that far. But he is going to be a utility belt for Tua and for Mike McDaniel. He's just going to be all over the field. And I think it's going to be the big difference between last year and this year, is that now we have people that Tua can just get the ball out. But on to further news. So we named our captains, and I have something interesting. People are maybe not thinking too much of it, but I actually am. And that's just because our captains basically are Tua, Teron Armstead, Ingold, Javon Holland, Tyreek Hill, Xavier Howard, and Christian Wilkins. And why I find this interesting and why I'm excited about it is that if you have a person that's disgruntled with the team and you have a person that wants to get paid and there's, the negotiations didn't go well and there's heat between the teams, you don't name them your team captain. So what I'm thinking is going to happen is that what I'm actually really pondering is if Christian Wilkins and the team were like, let's just play this year out. We don't have the cap room to give you the type of contract that you want, but next year there's a lot of people that we're going to be clearing out, and we will be able to have the cap space next year to see what you have done this year and to be able to pay you the money that you want. All I'm saying is that you don't name your team captain if they are disgruntled with the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wouldn't make any sense if you don't think that you're going to come to a contract and that you think you're going to move on from him. You wouldn't name him the team captain. So that's why I'm really excited about that, because if you are naming a team captain, that means it's a person that people can come to and it represents the team very well. If you aren't signing a player and he wants to move on from the team, and you guys want him to move on from the team because you can't get to a contract, you wouldn't name him your captain, because that would technically be a disgruntled player. So that's why I'm really excited about it, because if they're doing that, then that probably to me just means that they're looking towards next year to giving Christian Wilkins a contract, because I'm one of those, man. That guy makes the Dolphins. I know he doesn't have the sack numbers, but just the heart and soul of this team, it goes through Christian Wilkins. People can, try and say all the other things, and it's unfortunate that we so far haven't gotten to a contract, but Christian Wilkins, he is the Miami Dolphins. I like Zach Sealer, but it's nothing like Christian Wilkins. When you see him do the Kamehameha after he tackles for a loss, he just gets you going, man. So I do believe that if they have named him the team captain, then even though the contract talks are technically done right now, I believe that they maybe had a conversation of, okay, let's get your sack numbers up, and if you get your sack numbers up this year, then we'll give you that contract that you want. You know what I'm saying? If you get like 7 or 8 sacks this year and you play the run stopping and all that, then we'll give you that max contract. I think that might have been the conversation where it's like that, we can't give you that now because we can't justify it, but if this year you do all the things that is required of getting that contract, then we'll give you that contract. And because that's the only thing that he's missing, really. He's missing the sack numbers. And that also probably has to do with the coaches that he had. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was hard to get to the quarterback regardless. Jalen Phillips had a couple of sacks, or like 7 sacks last year, but with the team last year, it was hard to get sacks because the ball was getting out so quick, because they were blitzing and the corners couldn't cover long enough, because they were on islands every single day. So I do believe that if you're making him your captain, then you probably had a conversation of, listen, get your sack numbers up this year, and then we'll give you the contract that it deserves. But, this is the year that you prove it. You know what I'm saying? This is the year that it is what it is. You prove what it is, or if you have 2 or 3 sacks this year, then we can't give you that contract. And he probably was like, okay, fine, we'll do it this year. I'll prove to you this year that I'm worth that money. Because that just sounds like Christian Wilkins, that he's just going to be like, all right, I'll prove to you this year that I'm worth that type of money, and that's what it's going to be. Now, the last bit of news. Mike White was named the backup quarterback. And people are making a stigma of like, Skyler should have been in. I mean, the way Skyler played in the preseason, I definitely don't want Skyler. It looks like he kind of hasn't really made a jump from last year to this year. Even though he's comfortable in the offense, I don't think either one is really, wholehearted. But everyone, listen, I don't care. I don't want to see either one of them. The thing is, if Tua goes down again this year, we're probably going to be, most likely we're going to be looking for quarterback in the draft. So what I'm saying, I mean, if he misses like one game, then it is what it is. But if Tua misses time again this year, like 4 games, something along those lines, we're going to be looking for another quarterback. So I don't want to, it doesn't matter who the backup quarterback is. I don't want to see him. And I know people are like, oh, but Tua gets injured. Okay, that's the whole thing, is that he can't be getting injured again. Tua cannot be missing games again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's I love Tua, but the thing is that most quarterbacks play the whole year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a rare occasion that a quarterback misses multiple games every single year. So the thing is even though he's my favorite player on this team and he's gone through so much hardship, he cannot be missing games again. It just messes our whole team up. He can't miss games. So if he misses games again, it's Caleb Williams time. You know what I'm saying? We need a quarterback that can stay on the field. So it doesn't matter which quarterback is the backup quarterback, because I know, just like the team knows, we're not going to see them. We shouldn't see them. We shouldn't even have to even bear their name. That there is no reason that we would have to see him. So that is what I want to say, is that if I see Mike White or Skylar Thompson on the field, I'm disappointed. So it doesn't matter. I'm not happy with where the team is at if we are seeing them on a Sunday. They shouldn't play. You know, it's only a rare occasion. I mean, he's already had multiple years that he's missed games. He should not be missing any more games. This is the year that he needs to play the entire year. Cannot do this again. So, again, it doesn't matter who the backup quarterback is. All of us should acknowledge, if we see them on the field, this year is not going right. It's just straight up. If we see a backup quarterback on the field, this year is not going right. It didn't go the way that we wanted it to. That's just a straight up fact of it. If we see a backup quarterback, this year is not going okay. End of story. So I don't want to see them. I don't care who the backup is. Tua needs to play the entire year. That's just what it is. But just wanted to give you a quick information. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you think that, you know, it's an important situation to the backup quarterback. I don't personally think it is. I think Tua needs to play the whole year. And what you think about Christian Wilkins, comment it down below. But as always, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Fins up, baby. Peace.